Lee here, and I am up here in Dunfermline Park in Aberdeen, where this year's Aberdeen Kiltwalk will be starting from. So the 80 mile mighty stride throughout the ramping region. So if there's a chance of getting lost, this should definitely be it. So I'm pushing the boundaries a wee bit for myself. I will be raising money for Scottish Autism. We've done this over the last few years, and with your generosity and your support, we've been able to raise significant amounts of money for the charity, and that helps go directly to their frontline services throughout Scotland, catering for every aspect for both service users and for parents and guardians involved. So I'm going to be back here on Sunday the 2nd of June to try and take part and to see what we can do to raise in that time period. If you want to follow the links down in the video for more details, I'll catch up with you shortly. Morning all, this is Lee here, and join me at the very start of the Fife Pilgrim Way. This is a 64 mile trek that was opened in 2019 that runs from West Fife all the way through to St Andrews. Now, when it was opened in 2019, it's actually a historic route and it mirrors the path, the trail that pilgrims would have taken over the centuries to row the way through East Fife to follow in the footsteps of St Andrew, believed to be the 12th apostle, Jesus. So this starts in Ceres, but also there's a starting zone in North Queensferry as well, which reflects the patterns that the pilgrims would come through. Fife was known back at the time, due to the frequency of pilgrims coming, as the Pilgrim Kingdom. So I'm starting my journey here as part of my preparations for Aberdeen Kiltwalk on Sunday the 2nd of June. So I am a bit of timer today. I am way behind schedule, but we're going to make a start here and we're going to see how far we've gotten. As I'm carried on with the wife, aka boss, so I've got no time to speak, unfortunately. So we're going to head off there now. We're going to try and see and view this trail and its beauty. Right, we'll catch up with you very shortly.
That my mind has What's the answer tonight?
Morning folks, it's Lee here. We're back on day 2 of our wee trek and we're taking on the second part of the first stage. So previously yesterday we were covering the western point, which is Ceres. Today we cover this more southern point, eventually for the pilgrims, which would be in North Queensferry. So today we're going to head back towards Dunfermline, and a trek is about roughly just over 8.5 miles, so roughly it's about 3.5 hours potentially for doing so. So we're going to see and also time it again, and we're going to see if we can do it within that time frame or quicker. Now, unlike yesterday, I know more or less hee-haw about from here up to centre, so that one may influence the time in itself. But in terms of a crossing, it's obviously the most southern crossing for pilgrims travelling from all over to start their journey towards St Andrews, and as is such, for centuries, the villagers, the locals would welcome the pilgrims to over. Again, it boosted the economic and social trades as well, and it served as that starting pistol gun for those pilgrims making that trek. So yeah, so we're trying a different angle this time. So like I said, the weather itself today isn't great, unlike yesterday. The weather changed very quickly, so we're now back to on and off rain most of the day, hence the different attire. But anyway, so we're going to head off, 3.5 hours to beat, and we'll see if I did get lost in that time frame. Might catch you later.
When the storms came in off the coast,
shutters, raise up the mast. Rejoice, rebuild, the storm is past. Cast off the crutches, cut off the cost. Rejoice, rebuild, the storm is past. Rejoice, rebuild, the storm is past. I don't wanna spend the whole my life indoors. Lay low, waiting on the next storm. I don't wanna spend the whole my life inside. I wanna step out and face the sunshine. I'm not gonna live the whole my life indoors. I'm gonna step out and face the next storm.
Afternoon folks, that's reached the end of the line here with Dunfermline Abbey, and that marks the two parts done for the opening stages of the Fife Pilgrim Way. Done this it. It's came in at about roughly 3 and a bit hours, so it's just under the average. But yeah, so I've managed to get through and get through from Queensferry to date, and then I've obviously done some of the distance but from Culross yesterday, so that writes off the first 17-18 mile of the 64 mile trek. So yeah, I'll go on to next week and see what happens. Morning everybody, Slee here, and we are back at Dunfermline Abbey and the ground specifically where we're going to be starting our second leg of Fife Pilgrim Way, ranging from Dunfermline all the way through to Lochore. And obviously we're in these grounds here. Now St Andrews is obviously the most famous saint, but St Margaret is also equally important here, especially for Dunfermline. She married King Markinch III, and they established the Fife Way in the 11th century. And despite the years kind of passing, her influence throughout the city is still recognised. There's a number of places which have taken her name. So you have, for example, St Margaret's Cave, and you also have Queen Margaret Hospital as well, in recognition that she was once the Queen Consulate of Scotland when married. She also was huge in bringing the Christianisation of Scotland to here, and all these places of worship and that are here, recognising her important role during that period. Anyway, cut long story short, I am going to head off. It is just hitting 10 o'clock, right on the dot. So this slide should be taking us through coming out the top end of Dunfermline, so along the lights of along the lights of places like we'll be heading up towards Toon Hill, and then out the top end to near Tyneseat, then we'll be hitting the Fitty, the St Ninians, we'll be then dropping into a bit of Blairthorn Forest, coming out of Kelty Bridge, and then continuing through to Lochore. So this should roughly, as a leg, take its sail at about up to, officially they say it's to about 4.5-5 hours. It's about 11 miler officially, but no my route, so it'll be longer than that probably. So we're going to get going. Weather today, it's supposed to be better this morning, but it's settled with cloud over even more this afternoon today. So again, I've got precautions here, ready to go, and we'll get started.
You're the analyst, the fungus in my midst. when you want no one and you got someone. Through the wind you crawl, a love for burning dunes where no one else will ever see. Now that you know why you feel like you do, but turn in their head whilst they wait for no one. And finally I know why you feel like letting go. I'm watching you watch over me, and I got the greatest view from here. I'm watching you watch over me, and I got the greatest view from Mistakes don't mean a thing if you don't regret them. So back a tactic toes for the reason. Chain a waterfall to burn with its skin. No one else will ever see. I'm watching you watch over me, and I got the greatest view from here. I'm watching you watch over me, and I got the greatest view from here. Now that you know why you feel like you do, but turn in their head whilst they wait for no one. And finally I know why I feel like you let 'em go. I'm watching you watch over me, and I got the greatest view from here. I'm watching you watch over me, and I got the greatest view from
Afternoon. We are just over, but almost 2:15. So it's about 4 hours 15 minutes to get round the track. It's just come over at 11 mile as well. So that's us taking in out of Dunfermline now, and we're coming weave through all the villages there away from that centre now. So we are now on the last element of the West Fife aspects for this trail, and our next one we head more central. Morning everyone, Slee here, and I am back here on Lochore Meadows to continue the Fife Pilgrim Way in preparation for Aberdeen Kiltwalk on Sunday the 2nd of June. Now behind me is actually off the mist, and it's for visitors that visit the park. I think per year in the Lochore Meadows, 700,000 roughly visit Lochore Meadows every year. But this often gets missed because it's just slightly off road. Behind me is Lochore Castle. It's believed this was built around about the 12th or 13th century, and it served as a defensive fortification overlooking the Lochore, which we would have passed last week for defensive purposes. On Pilgrim Way, obviously the trail would continue through when it was formed, and it served to reap benefits locally for the villagers that were here. So therefore things like public houses, taverns and that would be set up to accommodate the pilgrims passing through, and touched on the Christianisation being passed on as well throughout the region. Church would pop up. So there's about 3 churches in the local area. The local saint, in addition to St Andrews being the most famous, would have been a St Kenneth, an Irish priest round about the 6th or 7th century, here for Ireland, and then came over and little would have settled here in Lochore. There's one of those 3 churches is named after him actually. But yeah, Lochore would serve from that aspect as a pass-through for the pilgrims to continue that trail. Now, as I said last week, this ends the West Fife. We venture away then from West Fife at this point, and we work our way inland further into the central region. So, and back to the way as it is at the moment, we are heading through and leaving here very shortly. It's about 10 to 11. It's roughly about 30-mile trek, so we're talking roughly about 5 hours, depending again on pace, what the signage is like all the way around. En route we'll be roughly going through Lochore, Crosshill. We'll be heading then into lights of Crying Lassie, heading over into Leslie, into the back of the Culross, and then onwards through onto Markinch for this next leg. So it's a bit of lead work as well involved, different terrain. So again, I've taken precautions there, just on the safe side. Conditions today, it's supposed to be dry, but we'll find out how that goes. the early evening. It is almost 6 o'clock here back to the hill, and I just wanted to give a chance of a review of this fast lead round from Lochore to Markinch. We started, as you'll recall, this morning about 10 to 11 and we wrote finish round about 10 past 4 at Markinch. Now, in that period, as we said before, that was spawning us through the Lochore area, Crosshill, through past Benarty, and up and round into up to Town Lassie, up by Finland as well, on over into Leslie, and then dropping back at Glenrothes, and then continuing on the way through Markinch. So it's been a bit of ground that's been covered. There's been a lot of crossovers with previous shoots I've done, and I've found that so far with this Pilgrim Way challenge is that the settled routes I've done for years, that I've taken elements, taken very small chunks of that way at points. So there's a number of crossovers today, a set of flashbacks to previous kind of jaunts here, there and everywhere. So it was due to go and see that. Particularly at Crosshill as well. I mean, my last impression at Crosshill was it was just overgrowth all the way along that lofty bun into Town Lassie. It was totally overgrown, the abandoned railway. But this time the way takes you away from all that as well, so you're more or less a clear path and very quiet as well. Not a lot of movement there. Conditions stayed fit and actually improved as the day went on as well, hence the change. But no, I think a lot of room was covered there. A lot of different sites and that were seen as well for that 13.4 mile. So I'd certainly recommend anyone who has not done it, who's maybe been following these the last few weeks, to give it a go. Under no pressure, and they can do any part at all. Only issue we found today on today's lead is a bit of confusion with the signage around about Carden Den area, hitting into that and then coming back out on the main route up to Glenrothes, and similar at round about the Balburney region as well, can head at the back end of Glenrothes towards Markinch, where the signage wasn't great either. It was there could be an additional signage there to keep walkers en route, otherwise it was quite easy getting lost. I mean, at one point I ended up going on to Bibbley Road course, which clearly wasn't the intent, but certainly that was what the GPS was pointing at, and also the fact that there was no signage either. So that would be one place where extra signage would be handy, but that's a done and dusted. Morning everybody, and welcome back here to a very sunny Markinch centre, where we're going to be doing the penultimate stage of the Fife Pilgrim Way. So from here we'll be coming out from Markinch out the back, passing Millie Balgony and heading along towards and up and around Kennyway, and then we'll extend in beyond, and then that's where we'll start taking the upward trend to the northeast Fife and going through Plateau and then dropping through the Waterless Way into Ceres. So that's our destination for this penultimate stage. So that's the plan. Roughly this should take roughly between 6 and 7 hours. I do have a slight detour planned, and it's also been factored into the time scale. But like with a lot of these villages we passed with previous legs, you've also had local sites have been associated with each of these areas, and we had St Kenneth covering Lochore, you have a St Drosten covering here in Markinch, and it's Markinch's parish church which pays tribute to him and the work that he done in here and performed miracles back in the 6th and 7th century to the area. And likewise, when pilgrims would then follow through, the trade involved to sustain that journey for the pilgrims, both ways, back and forth. Because you think about it, at the end of the day, pilgrims go to go all the way back to where they come from. So this was often a two-way street, you'd find. Back then you didn't have public transport or anything like that, or the modern roads. This is the principle of this whole way, was the easiest way to navigate the terrain, the Fife's terrain, to get to St Andrews, which is the key. But St Johnstone was the local saint that's acknowledged here, and Markinch for the work that was done locally. So, like I said, this sled should take roughly about between 6-7 hours with the diversion that is planned. We'll see how we go on. It is promised to be one of the more picturesque routes from what I've read, so we'll both be finishing this out together. And I'm not to delay it any longer. I am already about an hour late, so I want to head off as soon as. So you'll hopefully be reporting very shortly from Ceres. Hope you enjoy your trip.
Tired of waiting lost, and you were mad at me for so much more. I was bored listening to the same old chords. You would complain that I was never around, and we shouldn't hope. No, we shouldn't hope. If love is so easy, then why am I stuck? If life is so smooth, why can't I get enough? Oh, I'm still lost and running. I can't get enough. No, I'm still lost and running. I can't get enough. Nighttime in the city streets, I'm out of luck. The cobblestones are dark and wet, there's no one I trust. And it comes around, yeah, it comes around. It's just so easy to say, where have you gone? I'm looking for somewhere that I can lay down my arms. Oh, I'm still lost and running. I can't get enough. No, I'm still lost and running. I can't get enough. No, I'm still lost and running. Somewhere I lay down my arms. Oh, I'm still lost and running. I can't get enough. Oh.
Sleigh here, and we've arrived eventually here in Ceres in Fife. The route has came in, the tracking broke earlier on, so it was recorded 2 sections, but essentially it came in about the 40-50 mile mark, and it's taken about just under the 5 hour mark as well in total, and that's us done. So that was a start from Markinch, and coming out the back end through all the fields. I think fields is probably a good theme for this sled, but certainly the terrain changes from what we've done so far, as you've seen, with all the going up and down all the hill areas, over into the plateau, over by the reservoir, and then coming off just that long part there, what's called the Waterless Way. It was usually it was named the Waterless Way previously due to the fact that from the start of that, just coming out of the plateau, there was no facilities, there was no nothing, there was no chance for stopping, so the pilgrims had to push on to try and get to Ceres as possible their next stop before St Andrews, and likewise going out the way there was nothing between, so it was probably one of the more laborious areas of getting about. But anyway, I'm now here in Ceres. I'm going to try and figure out the right way to pronounce this. I've got another week to do so, but yeah, we've got here. It is just 4:15, and I'm 58% back, so I'm not going to hang about too long. It looks lovely though, it's very tranquil, and I think it would be good to have a wee strut about before I head back if I have time. But yeah, so that is, despite the tracking issues, that is stage 4 of 5 done, and that leaves the last stage, maybe next week, maybe the week after, for St Andrews, and that will complete the Fife Pilgrim Way. So it has been kind of fascinating going through and cutting inland and coming across the paths you would never even have thought about, and see so much more of the countryside which is hidden away unless you're going and you're hunting like that. So anyway, so I will leave you for today. It's been a lovely kind of Saturday. The heat's just been bouncing, so yeah, so I'm looking forward to getting back and chilling out. One and all, we're not here in Ceres yet. I'm actually reporting here for Trooper, and this is the beauty of coming to Trooper to then get to Ceres. Now, theoretically, I should be getting a connection fee here, however, this route down to it. So, given this is going to be the last leg, we're going to go and start from here, so it shouldn't take long, but just roughly about an hour. So, about what's a bit of Trooper on the way. Afternoon folks, welcome back here to the wee village of Ceres. where we're going to take on the final part of the Fife Pilgrim Way, ranging from here right through to St Andrews. It's roughly a 10-mile trek and it should have taken just under 4 hours. Thankfully, this past week, as you may know, has been rain day in, day out. So this is the one day where we're going to have a bit of a break here. But in terms of the village itself, the village is apparently named after its local saint, Saint Ceres, at the time. And it's believed obviously that name has evolved over the generations and years. And like, well, a lot of these saints would have travelled over, coming in and spreading Christianity throughout the region. The saints, they also would have settled in here before their final journey onwards. And then the pilgrims are also following that route right through. One good connection here that you might not jump to a conclusion of is the Battle of Bannockburn. And here in Ceres, there's a memorial that's dedicated to men getting trained for that battle back in the 14th century under the King Malcolm. And every year here, in fact every June, there's a Ceres Games which commemorates that event, historical event, for the whole village. So there's deep connections that go way back. But yeah, Ceres would also separately have been the final pit stop en route to St Andrews, where the way will culminate in. And after the Waterless Way from a couple of weeks ago, you can see why they'd want to take some refuge here before either finishing or continuing the journey westbound. So thankfully the weather's come back again. Like I say, is the final part of this trail is going to be just under 4 hours, just under 10 miles, 2.5 miles into Leinster Park, having come down from Cooper. So we're going to see where this takes us and how this all links through. But yeah, so it has been fascinating looking back on the last few stages, all the terrain, and all the different history that's associated with each of those areas as well. And likewise with the previous stages here, Ceres in itself was absolutely vital for trade at the time, back and forth. It has a proud weaving history as well, which is further connections to Dunfermline. So it's someplace we'll have to come back to and have a look at in more detail. But obviously, as you know, I'm on a timer. It is obviously now just 1:25, so we're now going to head off and we're going to get this way complete, and that'll end our training for Kiltwalk a week on Sunday. I bet a big one.
You don't owe me one more minute of your wasted time. You act like it's all fine, but all the years I gave you, thinking you knew that you wanted me, I wanted to believe I've gotta make a destination. Now you're looking for a little grace. Well, look at my face. I gotta make a destination. Find where I belong. There ain't no time for hesitation. I'll be moving on. track, never looking back. I've gotta make a destination, find where I belong. This time I've got no hesitation. I'm already gone. I'm moving on, find where I belong. Over the line I've drawn, I'm moving on, find where I belong. I'm already gone.
Afternoon all, and you're joining me here, eventually at St Andrew's Cathedral. The time is just hitting 6 o'clock itself, so it's taking a wee bit longer than I expected. Roughly turns back and forth, but ultimately that's the end of the official 64 mile Fife Pilgrim Way from Ceres or Queensferry to here in St Andrews. So it's been a trip and a half through, up and right round, right through mid Fife and beyond, and exploring all these paths that are lined up in that regard, and we now managed to get to the home of golf and this fine cathedral behind me that's albeit has had better days with look of it, and that's us. So really that's you and me now on that's your new stuck to the house for the next week, do the feet a break and recover, and all eyes now in Aberdeen next week. I want to say at this point as well, everyone has been following this journey so far, but the story itself isn't fully finished. We have Sunday the 2nd of June where the bid event itself will take place, and hopefully all of these past 5-6 weeks will provide enough to get a shine that course. And whilst that event's still open, the races are still welcome as well. We're almost hitting basic target on there, and we're hoping to still get that in before the end of the last week. They'll let the time just after the event as well, but we'll see what we can raise in that time period for the charity. But again, I just want to thank everyone that's been following this journey in itself. Hopefully it's shown some sort of rough walkthrough from West Fife right through here to North East. So yeah, but thanks again for following me. Morning folks, join me back here in Duffy Park. You might recall about 6 to 8 weeks ago we were up here starting out the starting location for the Aberdeen Kiltwalk. Not done this one before, which is part of the appeal for doing it, in addition to raising the money for social justice in the process. So I wanted to give a massive thanks straight away to everyone that's put in so far over the last 6 weeks. Hopefully the journey we've done from west to north east Fife has been interesting, but along the way as well it's an opportunity to go explore the history of Fife, and hopefully the rewards will come through today in the legs and the feet respectively, and aye, it should be a broad day today. So what the forecast is to be absolutely boiling all morning. Maybe the sun's going to be out until about 2 o'clock apparently, and then clouds over here. So at least we'll get the best of the day for us. It couldn't ask for any better conditions. But we're curious to see where this track runs. I'm going to suspect we'll never be, but we'll find out. Anyway, we're here, Duffy Park, start at 9:30.
In Duffy Park, there's over 1,000 will go from Crathes Castle. Aberdeen and Aberdeenshire and the people here in Grampian love the Kiltwalk. It's taken a wee bit of time. Many of you were here before, but some of you, who's first time at the Kiltwalk? Well, listen, you're so welcome. Everything underwritten by the Hunter Foundation. Yep, I see it there for Prostate Scotland. I see many people we've seen before. It's going to be a special day today. All I'm going to say is, wish you luck. You'll enjoy it. There's a couple of surprises coming just now, but Sir Tom Hunter sends his very best. The Royal Bank of Scotland and Arnold Clark have been with us every single mile of the way, and thank you. Nathan is here in Delphine from Royal Bank, Sophia and the team from Arnold Clark. One of you could win a car today of £30,000. There's so much more to come. We're in the home of Johnson Carmichael, the finest accountants in the world, and we'll get David and the whole team here. We've got Mac B here with us, Lidl, Bullet Express, Trespass Clothing. All these companies give us so much so that everything underwritten by the Hunter Foundation, everything goes to your charity. So thank you everyone. Thanks to our Kilties who are here, 95 of them today, volunteering. They don't want to be paid, they want to be here to support you, and we're going to support you all the way. Thank you so much. We're going in a couple of minutes, but there's two big surprises coming up next with you, Greg. Thanks, have a wonderful day.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go! Enjoy your oranges, big man. Enjoy your oranges. Get your hands in the air. Get your hands in the air. Are you listening well?
You got to move if you're ready or not. Give it all that you got. Turn it up now. You got to move. It's your chance to fly with your head held high. Right about now. You got to. Somewhere deep inside, our voice is dying to be heard. You got a spark inside your heart. Go on and let it burn. You've been living in slow motion. Not a power on the earth can stand against you. Every army up in heaven fighting with you. Don't let your fear keep you frozen. You got to move if you're ready or not. Give it all that you got. Turn it up now. You got to move. It's your chance to fly with your head held high. Right about now. You got to move. Don't let this moment pass you by. This is your time. You got to move. If you're ready or not, give it all that you got. Turn it up now. You got to. Before the battle had begun, we had the victory. So don't be shaken by the voices of the enemy. Take your shot, the world is watching. Don't be afraid, it's not too late. You're not alone, got what it takes. God says go, there is no stopping. You got to move if you're ready or not. Give it all that you got. Turn it up now. You got to move. It's your chance to fly with your head held high. Right about now. You got to move. Don't let this moment pass you by. This is your time. You got to move. If you're ready or not, give it all that you got. Turn it up now. You got to.
Afternoon, folks. It is coming up for 10 to 2, and we're into under the last 8 miles. We'll see if they're around. There's quite a few coming through, so I think we're on pit stop 3. So, we've got the brass band playing, didn't have to put it on for me, but there you go, since I was passing. So anyway, now, out of the last 8 miles to go, we're on the countdown. So so this should take a couple hours, and then that should be us, theoretically. So we're looking more at the 4 o'clock mark for a potential finish. Once again, thanks for following so far. As I say, we've done right through from Duffy all the way through towards Markinch. Don't know where we are right now, parked in a massive field with loads of portaloos. Portaloos, never underestimate. They are your best friend on routes like this. Which I don't know any other time I went away, I don't know, but obviously no. Anyway, thanks Dave for watching.
Champion, you got it in you. Don't give up. Nothing can stop you. You got to move if you're ready or not. Give it all that you got. Turn it up now. You got to move. It's your chance to fly with your head held high. Right about now. You got to move. Don't let this moment pass you by. This is your time. You got to move if you're ready or not. Give it all that you got. Turn it up now. You got to.
See if you don't know the words, just make noises. Get your hands in the air for Markinch. For Markinch. What's the names again? Oh, Tracy and Alison. Oh, you'll get through it. About 3 weeks from now you feel alright. About 3 weeks.
Hey! Champions here! What do you want to say to everybody? We are on afternoon, we're back here in Duffy Park. Remember 6-7 weeks ago, we were here up scouting the area, and you see the pile here, that's the Kiltwalk down, that's it over here in Aberdeen. Just want to take a moment, behind my director, all the gazebos are gone, everything's parked up. Such never happened. It did. And they've parked and went away, and we have parked and are headed away as well, heading back in the road. So that was 8 mile covered yesterday in total. Feet are kind of a bit of tender hooks today, or it's now done. We've done the challenge yesterday. I want to take an opportunity to thank everyone that's been following the trails for the last number of weeks, Pilgrim Way and the event yesterday. And again, it's all raising proceeds for Scottish Autism. So I want to thank everyone that has been following that and who have been donating for Scottish Autism's tally. Everybody was kind of their services, and that will go to front line. Will support users and their families across a whole spectrum of services that are offered. I want to thank everyone that's been that has put their money in their pocket and have been able to contribute for that. The child will really benefit from that.
Can you tell folk how much money you've raised so far?
Donation lines will likely be open for another, I'd imagine, 2 weeks, a couple of weeks anyway. But yeah, I want to thank everyone who is, especially across the living, everyone who's went ahead and been able to put money in their hand, put it in their pocket, and have put it towards us, because as I've done this journey over the last 6-7 weeks, it's greatly appreciated by the charity, and it will certainly go, every penny that will go directly to their services. So on their behalf I want to thank you for doing so.